On September 10, 2025, Charlie Kirk, American conservative activist and founder of Turning Point USA, was fatally shot while speaking at Utah Valley University. What follows is a detailed, minute-by-minute timeline of the tragic events as they unfolded. According to official reports, the suspect arrived on campus at 8:29 a.m. in a gray Dodge Challenger, which he switched later. By 11 a.m., he was seen moving through a grassy area into a nearby parking lot. At 11:53 a.m., witnesses observed him pulling out his phone and heading toward a pedestrian tunnel before ascending a stairwell beside it. 7 minutes later, at 12 p.m., the event began. Under a tent on campus, Charlie Kirk took his seat, engaging students in open debate over political issues. At 12:02 p.m., the suspect was spotted prowling on the north side of the Losay Center. 20 minutes passed. At 12:22 p.m., he positioned himself on a rooftop overlooking Kirk. At that moment, a student questioned Kirk about the number of transgender individuals involved in mass shootings over the past decade.
You know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
Kirk responded, and the student countered with another question. How many Americans, overall, had been mass shooters in that same period? After a brief pause, Kirk began to reply. At 12:23 p.m., a single gunshot rang out. The bullet struck Kirk in the neck. Blood poured as he collapsed to the ground. The crowd's reaction was immediate.
Above the tent, so it would be in the camera. Made us move.
What was that? Oh my God! He just got shot! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Those seated in the front dropped first, followed by those in the back. Within seconds, chaos erupted. People scattered in every direction, yelling and screaming. Investigators later confirmed that the shot had been fired from the rooftop of the Losay Center, approximately 130 meters away. At 12:24 p.m., the suspect descended from the north corner of the building, where the ground sat at a higher level. FBI released a footage of a suspect jumping from the rooftop of a building after he shot Charlie Kirk. CCTV footage captured the person of interest fleeing the scene moments after the shooting. The video was later released to the public in hopes of aiding the suspect's identification. From the scene, authorities recovered palm prints and a footprint, identifying the suspect's footwear as Converse tennis shoes. Nearby, they also discovered the weapon used in the shooting. The first call to police came at 12:26 p.m. By 12:35 p.m., an officer issued a description of the suspect: jeans, black shirt, black mask, and carrying a long rifle. In the midst of the chaos, 6 security personnel rushed Charlie Kirk into an SUV and transported him to the hospital. At 12:37 p.m., the campus went into lockdown, with students and staff ordered to evacuate. For those who remained, a shelter-in-place directive was issued at 2:01 p.m. Then, at 2:40 p.m., former President Donald Trump publicly announced that Charlie Kirk had died.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America.
2 initial arrests were made, but both of them were released after the interrogation. Evidence against the suspect included a bolt-action hunting rifle used for the shooting, engraved bullets, footwear impression, a palm print, and video footage. Bullets contained in the rifle had various engravings of text referencing different internet memes and messages.
Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices, bulges, capital OWO, what's this?" ? Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" ! Catch! Up arrow symbol, right arrow and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Ciao Ciao," and a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO."
However, on September 11th, FBI announced that facial recognition attempts failed and announced a $100,000 award for any lead on the suspect. The breakthrough came when a man recognized the suspect in released photos as his own son, Tyler James Robinson. He confronted him directly, then confided in a family friend, a local bishop, who alerted authorities. On September 12th, Robinson was arrested at his home, located 3.5 hours from Utah Valley University. Investigators also questioned Robinson's roommate, who was reported to be transgender and in a romantic relationship with him. He handed over private messages that implicated Robinson. Those messages detailed plans to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, instructions about leaving the weapon in a bush. One message referred to the rifle being wrapped in a towel. Others mentioned a scope and engraved bullets. He is currently being held without bail in Utah County and made his first appearance via video feed on September 16th. His next hearing is scheduled for 29th September. His trial is ongoing, and on October 24th, judge heard arguments if Robinson can wear civilian clothes during future court appearances.